Welcome to vlog number 4. We're going to start this video off with a haul. I've got a package coming in just a couple minutes, so I'm going to go out and grab that. I made a little bit of a mess here. I had the tub tilted like this so I could get all the bigger pieces that were at the bottom. And I left it there and I walked away and I came back and it had spilled out everywhere. But it's fine. I'll probably leave it like this. So it was about halfway full, so I've got about half the tub left. This tub surprisingly had so many valuable pieces that I found in it. Let's see if I can find. I know I put one in here. Let's see if I can. There we go. This brown propeller is like $7, and I just came across it on Bricklink the other day. I was like, I felt like I had one at some point or something like that. I think it was actually a different one. This is just a coincidence that I happen to have brown propeller in here. But yeah, that's a really rare piece. And then there was another one. A lot of minifigure parts and some cool ones and stuff like a lion shield, battle droids, printed battle droid, and crown shield, alpha team, ogle minion, not the deep freeze. Well, here it is, the box that I spent $2,100 on. It's pretty small considering how much I spent on it. About 2,000 pieces, so a little over $1 a piece. Open it up. Oh my. This is the packing sheet. Oh my. That's a lot of paper. I don't really need that. I might check stuff off later, but I think they probably did a good job. Wow. Marion Ravenwood, I think. Indiana Jones. We have Ultra Agents. I'm glad they really individually bagged this stuff. Okay, we got 25 of whatever this, Frenzy, yeah. All new condition. Chima? No, sorry, not Chima. Ninjago Season 4, the Chin's Warriors. And then some hoses. I think I bought 11 of these. I needed one to complete one Falcon of my own, in my own collection. I pulled one out a couple years ago. And I bought 10 more to just stock in my inventory. They were a good deal. It's just some flat silver, or some metallic silver, droid arms, Chiba heads. Oh yeah, hood, dark blue hood. So, lots of good stuff in here. I'm going to dump this out and kind of go through and organize it, and then I'll kind of show you guys what I got. I got everything dumped out. Man, there's just so much treasure in here. Like, Possession Void heads, got Jungle Void torsos. These are really rare nowadays. I think I bought the last cheap one from Bricklink. Skybound Nia. Pro Gold helmets for sharks. Energy Zane heads. These Atlantis torsos, which these are like almost, I think this was the only other one in new condition. There might be one more store left, but yeah, these are really rare to find new. And then here's some legs that I must have only bought one of each. We got yes, this is Possession Kai. And then Possession J. So we got Possession Lloyd, J, Kai. And then we have NRG Zane. So I already have some Possession Cole. I just need Possession Zane. And this store had some. I completely missed them. So, and I know a lot of other stores have them. It's probably the cheapest of the Possession heads and easiest to get. But to go and pick up some at some point just so I can have all of them in stock. And then we have the Jock, I think, from Indiana Jones. I am kind of buying up these on the market. I don't really know why. It's just one of those things I add to my wanted list, and then I always see it in a store, so I buy them up. And I've already bought so many that I might as well just buy the rest on Bricklink to own most of them. I don't know if that's really the right thing to do or whatever, because I think people should have the opportunity to buy them in their own countries and such. I will only buy out the ones that are in like large quantities and like a really cheap price, and I think these are $2. So, good stuff. Sand green crown pieces. I think these are like $3. I think they sell for like $6 or something like that. Got a whole bunch of Void with the gold emblem. What else do we have here? Okay, the Smirk guy from the Russian soldiers. Indiana Jones. A lot of random Shima heads and stuff like that. We have Modok torso. Have Luke Skywalker, or just X-Wing pilot. I don't know if those are specific to Luke. Sensei Kaiken from Exo Force. Got a bunch of those heads, and the torsos are somewhere. I think I got 14. Yeah, here they are. 14 of the torsos. These are disappearing in new condition on Bricklink. So I wanted to build up some of the figures because it was like $1.15 and then like 30 or it was like 50 cents a head. And then it's just plain white legs and the hairpiece, which is like, we'll just say $1. So like for like $4 I can get the whole figure complete. And I think I'll be able to sell them for like $7 or $8. And then I won't do it with all of them. I'll keep some of the torsos listed for sale, just as is. And there are a few more stores that I'm planning to buy more of these from. Different head of Marion Ravenwood. I think this is maybe the more rare one. I know one's a little more expensive. Okay, we got pearl gold bionicle torsos. These were like 12 cents or something. Super cheap. I'm just trying to think if there's anything noteworthy here. I mean, honestly, all of it is. But, you know, some of this stuff's just kind of boring, like Chima heads and stuff. Poison, no. Spitta, whatever his name is, from Ninjago, Rise of Snakes. Some bat pieces. Lando Calrissian torso. This is when he's as he's like a skiff guard disguise. Manta warrior legs from Atlantis. Ooh, this is the scientist, Professor Brainiac, I think, from Ultra Agents. A bunch of those torsos, and they were super cheap. We have Emmett with his robot disguise. Ooh, and we have Harley Quinn. This is the original 2008 Harley Quinn, the year I was born. So that's pretty cool. New condition. I think these were pretty expensive. They're like $5 to $7 a piece. And then this is Ninjago Warrior, Ninjago Snakehead. This is the guy from Agents, not Ultra Agents, just Agents, and it's like Slime Face, I think. On Solo torso. Ooh, Watto torso. This is those are supposed to be tan hands, but for some reason those look like I don't even know what color that is. They almost look like fake, almost like slightly transparent. It probably has to do with the factory those are produced in. Just a lower quality plastic. Singular head from Galaxy Squad robot. Alright, I think that's about it. That's stuff I'm going to show off. I'm going to start getting this stuff. I'm going to take like a thumbnail photo, then I'm going to start unbagging this stuff. Well, I'll sort it down to like heads, torsos, and stuff like that, and start getting this stuff uploaded to Bricklink. I almost forgot to mention the 7 different sticker sheets I got. So, some of these, I think there was like 6 of these, and like 3 of these, and a stack of these, but 7 unique sticker sheets. So if you watched my last video, you saw that I went through and repriced everything roughly to what I was going to sell it. So I just want to copy that file and paste it. Pricing is nothing right now. I'm not listing it. But on this page, I selected consolidate lots by using blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter. Just the fact that I can see what's already in my store without having to check each one. I don't have like a merging software like some people have. I haven't really like looked into that. I probably should and will in the future. But as of right now, since there aren't too many lots I'm consolidating, I'm just going to go through here and like this. It says this lot will be consolidated to this one. And I just go here and then I'll just add the 10 stuff. So this page, I'm not submitting anything. I'm just using it to help me know what I already have in my inventory. Okay, I've already consolidated a few. I've got this bag here. I got 29 new ones just to have 50 in my store. The reason it's $1.65 is with the 10% off, it's exactly $1.49. And it doesn't really matter what the price is and stuff. I like trying around it to something fairly normal. So $12.97. I'm actually gonna move those out of that drawer to give it this one, $10.68. So gonna $10.68 and then 50, and I know I need 21 from the previous drawer, $12.97. So I got those dumped in here. I'm gonna submit and go ahead and update that. $10.68. Perfect, right down here on the other side. I think I bought these other heads earlier in like May or something from Brainstormer. It's a Bricklink store. I paid like 50 cents or something a head. It was really cheap, and I still paid something really low, but it was like 70 or 80 cents this time. So 5, 10, 15, 21. Okay, cool. And there are some transparent pieces in this drawer, so gotta make sure I don't leave any on the ground. It's really not a professional thing to do. but I really don't feel like grabbing a silver tray right now. Okay, so these are the other Air Pirate torsos. I'll probably end up taking these out of the drawer later since I have so many. So $12.97. Put away. Get these. Make 50. Actually, I'll take this back because I've got some more heads to put in the store later. Next up, we have this other Indiana Jones head, which goes to this Colonel. I'm not even trying to pronounce that last name. So focus. There we go. I got 25 of them, and I already have some that I got from that Brainstormer guy. I got 28 for 59 cents, and then I got these for 69 cents. So I've got 28, which will make it 33. I was like, okay, maybe I should complete some of these figures and make some, because I know I got the head for pretty cheap. Sells on average 14. The average is 20. Why is my camera not want to focus on? Okay, average is 29, but you can get them US, 13 bucks. You can get them for 10 bucks here. But like in a really large quantity, I would say 19 qualifies as that for $12.99. Brainstormer, the guy I bought these from, the heads from. So, anyways, I was looking. I was like, okay, how much is a torso? Torso, $9. And oh man, I could have picked up one torso and completed one fig. Well, kind of, because if you look at the hat here, I was like, this is probably pretty cheap. Like parts like this are usually made in large quantities. 242, but the cheapest is $520, and that's only 3. And they don't ship the USA with the tariff thing. I do have a cart sitting with Brickmady to place in the future, but that's obviously postponed until the tariff issues go away. But $5.99 Brainstormer. So he's got a lot of parts and pieces to this minifigure. I'm not going to bother completing it just because I would be spending $9 for the torso, $6 there. That's just between the hat and the torso. I'm spending $15. Not to mention the legs, which will be at least 50 cents. So at the lowest, it'll be 15.50, and then the head is also 50 cents. So it's like $16 just for parts, when I could literally be buying the fig for like 10 bucks. So not worth it on that one. And you know, sometimes I like setting apart minifigure pieces in case another listing comes available for the torsos and the hats and stuff, and like for cheap. But I don't foresee that happening, and as of right now, it's much cheaper to just go buy the minifigures and like build up these guys. So I'm not going to set any of these aside, even though I did buy like 3 extra from the 50 I was trying to make. I think I've added 25 so that I could get tiered pricing. I think it was, well, I'll just look at what the tiered pricing was. I think you had to buy 25, and then you got like a 10-cent discount. So $5.80 for 64 cents. And once that loads, yeah, if you bought 25, you got them for 55 cents. So yeah, it was like an 8 or 9 cent discount. So yeah, that's cool. I'm going to get these. I'm going to do the same thing with these that I did with these. And then I don't know if I want to put them in the same drawer just because they're both light nougat heads. And I don't want to have to like look at each one. I just want to be able to grab it and pull it out. So I think I might put those in $13.89. Okay, so these torsos were listed as used when I purchased them, due to them being a fragile dark red. They are new though, so I'm going to list them as new because I really don't think they should be listed as used just because they're fragile. This is the seller's choice to do that, and they were only like 70 cents a torso. I already have one for sale that I got in like a random sealed poly bag or whatever like a year ago. So I'm going to consolidate it with that, and I got 13, so add that for one I already have. And that's going to make it 14. So $2.99 is what I had it priced as, and for the quantity and stuff, I think that's a fair price. I mean, these are in like perfect condition. They're like super shiny, super mint. The pattern's great. The arms are pretty stiff though, which makes sense as it is a fragile dark red. Thankfully, the arms aren't dark red and they're orange, so it's just the torso. So yeah, I'll get these moved. Actually, here, I'm gonna go and look to see if I need to. Okay, yeah, this drawer is pretty full, so we're gonna take it out. Drawer 98. Let's see, is this one yeah, this one's just as shiny as the rest, so I'm gonna take that out of drawer 98, and I can put one of these to use, so we'll do 1068. Submit. Perfect. And back to the list. I'm almost done consolidating. I don't think there's a whole lot left. Okay, it's probably just okay. There's actually quite a bit of the Chima heads I forgot about. So I guess I'll get to doing that. Okay, I've got 20 of these torsos here, and I took the other 8 out of the drawer, which was $12.97. And the drawer that happened to be empty I'm using is $14.97. So moving 200 drawers ahead. So there's the 8 old ones and the 20 new ones. So let's see, I think this might actually fill that drawer. I could probably fit in a few pieces, but since I'm planning on buying a couple more in the future, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I'm still pricing them at $4.49, which is like $1.50 more than I paid for them. $4.99, then with 10% sales, $4.49. So 28. I think I'm gonna try to get these once the tariff issues are solved or resolved. If that ever happens, I plan on buying the 21 from Bricklink, and then it's 18. I don't know about that. That's high enough price. I don't know. I might just leave that. So $4.49, and then 2 in the US, $4.99. So I'm still cheapest by US by a bit. I already sold one for $4.49 a week or two ago, so not bad. So I only ordered 5 of these legs because I was planning on reselling them like and the rest of these. But I recently, since I placed this order, I decided that this is a pretty good figure to build and resell, since on average he sells for $12.45 or for sale $23.84, and I could probably get about $15 for him. So I was like looking at the parts and stuff, and I'm like, I don't think any of these are really that rare. Because you've got this one. They can get for literally 89 cents in the United States in pretty large quantity. I've got some for sale for $3.59, since there aren't a whole lot of them available. And I think I sold one for $3.14. Then the torso is $2.66. There isn't one store with like a huge quantity. There's just some with like 27, like 10, 15, then up here 16, 15. So I could easily, one of those stores, get like 15 of those torsos and then start building up some figures in the head. The store I just got all this stuff from, that's Hell Good Sets and Bricks, 48 cents, and I didn't buy any. So I'll probably end up going back or picking them up from another store like that in the US for fairly cheap. And I can afford to pay a little bit more since there isn't any one piece that's really expensive. So yeah, the legs. I'm debating going ahead and just listing these because there's so many. I'm already gonna have to go back and buy more from another store, so I think it'd be better to honestly just have these for sale to attract customers who may want to buy just the legs as of right now. And then when I go to place an order for other stuff, I'll just add the legs in there. And then, oh yeah, all these other pieces and stuff are really cheap. I just have to, it's just finding one store that has them all, which you can't find one. So what I've been doing is just adding them to different carts, and I placed a bunch of Bricklink orders the other day. Some of them have those propeller things. Some of them have the Technic pieces. It just depends. So that's one figure I'm going to start building up, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and get these legs for sale. I got all the headgear and legs done, and a couple other parts. I still have the torsos and heads, but I ran out of drawers that were already labeled, so I went ahead and just took this segment out and brought over here so I can create some labels for it. While I'm at it, I might as well create the labels for these 9 down here, since I already have parts in them, and I don't like having drawers with parts in them without labels, so I'm gonna go work on that. Beautiful, all labeled, and same with the other container, all labeled. And then I got these 2 drawers, and this one was left over from the other one, so gonna work on heads, and then I'll do torsos last. All right, I got all the parts listed and put in drawers for $39.71, so that's pretty good, around what I estimated, a little lower, but I did pull out some pieces. So we have sharks, 5 torsos and 5 helmets. I got 3 of the torsos listed. Juno Eclipse, I was not planning on pulling these out since I paid like $12 a torso, and I was going to sell them for like 20 or something. And the torso is literally the only valuable part, and sells for about the same price as the torso does. So, or the torso sells for the same price as the minifigure complete. So I was like, well, I might as well just keep a couple figures and a couple torsos for sale. So 3 torsos for sale, and I'll have these figures for a couple dollars more. I still need the legs and the hair, or it's a little hat. It's pretty cheap though, like $1.50 worth of parts. Head for Slime Face. There's a store that has 4 of the torsos available, and they're in England, and because of tariffs, they aren't shipping to US right now. So that's a shame, but I'm still planning on getting those. So if I'm able to get these before they sell or they raise the price or whatever, I'll be able to make some of these figures since the helmet, legs, flippers, air tanks are really cheap. It's just the torso. And that's the rare part. So I'll just add the other pieces to carts and stuff, and then if I can, I'll try to get those torsos. We got Frenzy here. Got 5 torsos, 5 head pieces. I need the legs, which are just plain green legs. I actually think I have some in my store, so I might take those out. And then the arms, which are, there's 2 arms per figure, and they're like $350 a piece in new condition, which there's a store in the US that has them. There aren't a whole bunch available in the market anymore, so I'll make sure to pick those up pretty soon. But this figure is also like $30 complete. And considering I paid like $2 a torso, like 60 cents for the head, and if I'm paying like $7 for the arms, that's like under 10 bucks I can get a $30 figure, so that's not bad. And then we have Luke Skywalker. This is the only one I have like a complete minifigure right here. So I was only able to get 2 of the legs. They did have more, but they sold out before I could place the order. 7 helmets, 7 heads, 7 torsos. I had some more in here, extra, I think 8 extra. And unfortunately, these are the hollow stud version, not the blocked open stud. I need to go and put a note in my store terms saying that any minifigure, no matter what the age, it could have a blocked open stud or a hollow stud, unless it specifically states otherwise. Just because there's gray area on some minifigures, and like some sets literally came with both, so it's hard to tell. This one was a figure from like 2008, or no, this is even older. This was 2000. I don't know. That's weird how they have the dark bluish gray legs with the yellow head. So maybe, oh, I think this one is like 2004 or something. Whatever, long before the hollow stud variant. So obviously these wouldn't come with hollow stud, but since Bricklink has now said that's obsolete and they removed all the data of what was blocked open versus hollow, so technically there's no way to know what's what. And I really I'm not going to discriminate, so to speak, between the hollow versus blocked open stud, even if I know it wasn't from that era. Okay, and over here I've got the torsos, the sensei, and some heads. So I got 20 heads and 14 torsos. So I think I'm going to complete 20 minifigures. So I need 6 more torsos, 20 hairs, and 20 right legs. I put aside some of the Lloyd Possession heads, just because Lloyd Possession minifigure is going insane in value, and I was really hoping to pick up the torsos from the store for really cheap, like $1 or something, and they sold before I managed to place the order, so that's really unfortunate. But yeah, the heads might be going up in value. There are still a lot of cheap ones on the market, but I have a feeling they won't be for very long, so in case mine sell out, I'd like to have some set aside. This one is for a friend. I need to pull off the pearl gold arm. That's actually all I need this torso for, so I'll part out the rest and just give him that one arm. And over here we have, these go to like a warrior or something. I don't know the name of the specific alien species, but from Star Wars, the head is like $2 or $3, and the legs are really cheap too. So there aren't a lot of torsos on the market. I think these are like $8 or something, or maybe they're like 6 or 7. So I'm going to try to complete that figure. These are the legs to, it's like Jawson or something like that. There's 4 of the torsos available. And from the same seller I got these legs from, they actually have the torsos and they have a couple heads. So I'll toss 4 of those and try to get the complete figure. But not a guarantee. We'll just see how much money I have in a couple months, and I'll probably place another order from the store. Hopefully they still have the torsos available. Otherwise, I'll just put these back in my inventory. And then we have Professor Brainiac. I kept 10 of these, and I listed the other 10 for sale. So the head is kind of hard to find in like a large quantity. They're pretty cheap though, under $1, and hair is pretty cheap, and the legs are plain white legs. So I guess I need to buy a bunch of plain white legs for the sensei and the professor. So yeah, that's pretty much it of what I'm keeping. I'm gonna get these put in the tub of like minifigures I need to build. I could go ahead and get 2 of these listed, but I'm just gonna wait till I have all 7, and I'll probably like list 5, set aside 2. It's kind of how I do it. So yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I should show me listing this stuff. This might be the largest file I've ever uploaded. I think the one I did back in May with the order from Nixo Toys, which is like, I think it was like $4,000 or something, so right around this. Uploaded all that time, and like looking through their store, adding stuff, and getting and sorting out the order. It's finally paid off, so getting my lot count up since I haven't really listed anything in a long time, so good to see all this stuff in my store after not listing anything since... Okay, well, I listed stuff on the 23rd, but that was just a couple of pieces. And then these were something a buyer didn't want. They asked me to cancel, or they wanted just a refund on these pieces, so I went ahead and added them back to my inventory manually. And then we have Muppets August 1st. And then, yeah, it's just July. So, yeah, I've been working on sorting, not listing, but this kind of marks, like, I've been saving up money and stuff. This is kind of marks the moment that I start really getting into listing stuff again. Since I'm almost done sorting, I can start getting bulk used, uploaded, and spend money and stuff on buying more pieces and stuff. And I have a ton of orders. Well, I say ton, I think it's like 6 or 7 orders of instructions and stickers and a couple random pieces and stuff coming tomorrow. So I might open some of those up. Well, it happened again. Another person paid for insurance on a low value order. This one is $15, so a little bit better than $5, but it's still kind of crazy. So I'll make sure to refund him the $3 for insurance since it is already insured. Every order shipped via USPS Ground Advantage is insured up to $100, so buyers be aware of that. Got the order here. It's my only order today, so it's like 8:30 p.m., so I'll get that out in the morning. Unexpected update. So I just created a Brick Owl store, and I have never actually had a Brick Owl account, period. So I've been really investigating how Brick Owl works and stuff, and how I can sync my Bricklink store and all my inventory into Brick Owl. So that way, if I get an order on Bricklink, it'll remove the items from my Brick Owl store without having to go in manually and like delete the items. So there's this merging software, Brick Freedom. Got the homepage. So this is just showing the last like month or two or so, I think. I'm still trying to figure this out and stuff, but they take a 1% commission from every order that I get. Other than that, it's free. So I was looking at stuff. They were obviously old posts, but it was gonna be like $20 a month. I'm like, that's kind of high. Obviously, they've changed that, and it's now a percent-based thing. But 1% is pretty low, so that's pretty cool. I don't know how many orders I'm actually going to get on Brick Owl, since it's pretty much my whole inventory. I did run into some issues with about 300 out of the 1,700 lots, or 1,750. 17,500 lots. There were about 300 that glitched going to Brick Owl, so I just deleted those. It's fine. And I set Bricklink as my main. Let's see. Let me show it. Oh, okay, well here it is. It doesn't show that, but got it. Okay, there we go. It finally updated. So current inventory value, current item count, current lot count, and this still didn't bring in all the sales of this year and stuff. Only the last 46. So that many items sold. Average sale. That's good. Highest value item. And I don't think that's counting my 10% sale, because I did sell something for $199.99, but it had a 10% sale and it was only $180. So that's kind of unusual. And largest quantity item, 47, I believe that. So, and this is total sales income. I don't know if it should only be counting what I'm selling, like how much the person pays. It shouldn't count whatever is listed for in my store. Like say I have something listed for $100 and it sells for 90. It should show 90, not 100. So I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'm still trying to figure this out, but it's pretty cool. I'm excited to get a Brick Owl store open. Maybe I'll get a couple orders. I don't know. Anything is better than none. So as long as I'm not having to pay commissions for something that's pointless. But I mean, I have a large enough selection of pieces. I should get at least like one Brick Owl order for every 10 Bricklink. I think that sounds pretty fair. It is similar to what a lot of other stores that have Bricklink at Brick Owl stores. That's about what the percentage is. Yeah. The mail came earlier, and I got this Bionicle set. I think I paid $90 plus 15 shipping. So brand new sticker sheet. All of this is brand new. It's just out of box. And then there's the little correction sheet because there's an error in the original manual. So it's cool. I was a little bit worried buying this just because the seller had a low amount of feedback and like nothing else in the store. So I think he had 2 items. And there's a used set and this. And I was really hoping everything was still, like everything was actually here. And I still haven't verified, but it looks like they did. Like the instructions and sticker sheet and the correction page are all there. So I have good, or I have hope. So got this cool little gate thing. It's huge. It's crazy that this is like an actual Lego piece. I'm going to part this out, not keep it sealed. The set sealed goes for about like 200 or so. So I got a really good deal on this. It was on Bricklink of all places. Usually I pick up things sets to part out on like eBay or whatever, especially like retired ones. But I don't feel bad parting this out because it doesn't have a box or anything like that, so it's not a big deal. And it's not a high selling set, but if it was sealed in box, I'd definitely feel a lot worse about like opening it up and stuff. So, wow. That's insane. All sealed. You got the green string. Almost looks turquoise. So, yeah, I'm going to part this out on stream. I'm going to live stream on Tuesday. Today is Saturday. I'm probably not going to have this vlog out before then, but in case I do, go over to my other channel, NBA, because I don't have the ability to stream on this channel until I hit 50 subscribers, I think. It's some verification thing, which I have verified my channel multiple times, and it still won't let me live stream, so that's fine. I'll just do it on my other account. Just going to kind of have a chill stream and get this set parted out. I think it's about 800 pieces, and I mean, that's a lot of large pieces, judging by the size of this bag, so yeah. Hopefully I have enough large drawers to be able to fit the larger bricks and plates and stuff. And then this thing, I have a tub in the basement for like really large pieces. This will probably end up there. Just have to be careful because I don't want to get broken or bent since it's, or even scratched since it is brand new, but it looks like it already has a little bit of wear from being around the box. Instructions are in relatively good shape, but since it's not like a sealed box, there are some dents and scratches and stuff on the cover, but no like major tears or anything like that. So I might list it as new just because it's the correction sheet. And then over here I got another Bricklink order. This one was some pineapple bricks, I think. Yeah, it's pineapple bricks. So he's a new store. I think he had one order in the store when I placed this, and he had some really cheap parts. I was like, gotta place this order. I think I spent about 26 or so, and he was missing one minifigure, JZX, not DX, and it was $1, which is pretty cheap. He sells for 3 to 4, and he was like, I actually don't have this in stock anymore, so I was like, it's fine, just keep the extra $1, it's fine, since everything else is already good enough deal, and he's a new store. I let it slide. Alright, wow, this is nice packaging. So we have 2 black boats here, and these are new condition. All of this, I think most of this was in new condition, and I was a little bit skeptical because new sellers typically list items that are in good condition as new because they don't see like any imperfections with it, even though new is supposed to be pulled from sealed set. I did confirm with him that he did pull these out of sets years ago. I set them aside for builds and never got to it. It does look a bit dusty, which is unfortunate for being new, but I don't know. I may have to talk with the seller about this. That looks like there were bricks placed, and that just looks dirty. That does not look new. So, yeah. These could have just like set out in the open stuff and got dust. I'll clean it up and see if it looks like scratched and stuff like that, but okay, we got this minifigure, which is I think listed as new as well. And it is assembled, but I figured as much. Okay. No swingwear that I see. No dust. So yeah, I believe that's new. And it's a new enough figure to use. I believe that. Okay, this guy I think was also listed as new. Possibly used, but either way, he's in excellent condition. Then we have this Zane minifigure. This one is also listed as new. Okay, I believe that. Yeah. That head was wrong, I think. That is... I'm gonna have to look that up. I think that's the wrong figure. I think I ordered the Lego Ninjago movie Zane. That is not the Lego Ninjago movie Zane. I could be tripping here. Let me look this up. Yeah, it's the wrong minifigure. See? I ordered the Lego Ninjago movie Zane. That is not him. So, I will give this seller some grace. He is a new seller. Now, this last piece, the piece I came here for, I'm hoping it's real, and I'm hoping it's new, and I'm hoping it's the right version. So, okay, it looks like it's the right version. Now, let's see the condition of it. It is an older piece. Okay, this is the Kai NRG head wrap. And it is not looking so good. I'm going to look at a picture for reference to know. Yeah, it is literally missing. Some of the pattern has literally rubbed off. This is not new. This is making me kind of mad because, like, I did confirm with the seller that these parts were new, and he clearly lied about that. Whether he intentionally lied about it or not, I'll actually bring up the message real quick. I said, he said, hey, hello, unfortunately, I don't have the ZXJ available for sale anymore. Would a partial refund for that fig be okay? And I said, hey, no worries, just keep the extra $1. You already had great prices on everything. One thing I wanted to clarify is the condition of the parts. Your terms state that all new parts are pulled from sealed sets. I just found it unusual how there weren't any other parts from the sets listed in your store. Thank you and best of luck with your new store. And he said, thank you. Over the years, I bought a lot of smaller sets for my personal parts collection to build various mocks, but most of the time, I end up not eating the figs or accessories. Thanks again for the support. I don't think that this was pulled out of a sealed set and set aside for build in the future. The paint is literally rubbed off. That doesn't happen in the factory very often. So, you know, I'm going to have a talk with the seller about that. Let's just make sure it's real Lego too. Okay, I see the Lego logo. It's kind of hard to kind of see it on the edge. So yeah, I'll give him a little bit of grace. He is a new seller. I don't think he intentionally lied to me about any of this. But it's just, he wasn't being careful when examining this. And you'd think you'd know if you used a piece. Like, that's very dusty. So yeah, I'm very disappointed with this order. I kind of expected it for the price. Like, this was like $6, and this goes for about 15 to 20 in new condition at this point. So I definitely can't sell that new, and even used, it's going to have to be discounted because of the patterned rub. So I'll be able to sell these figures just fine. And then, okay, that one's in good shape. And these were used. So I think a little bit of chewing at the end, but I think that's, I don't know if that's chewing or just scratched plastic from the factory. I know a lot of those old rifles have different plastic material. So I paid 21 cents. I think it sells for like $1. So that wasn't bad. It was just small stuff. And I think I paid like $3 for these, and it was just on for like 5 or 8 or something. And then this I was gonna sell for a lot more, but clearly not anymore. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have a talk with the seller, and I'll let you know how this goes and how he decides to respond to my message. I went ahead and got the boats cleaned out. They look much better. The seller got back to me and they apologized. I still think there are a lot of things that could have prevented this, and my question was pretty straightforward. And I don't know how this even happened, but whatever. They offered partial refund, which is all that matters. And I was like, okay, how about you give me $1 for this, $1 off of this, $1 off of this, and a full refund for the hood piece, which is the whole reason I came here and what I was gonna be making profits on. So I had priced these a little bit higher to cover up for that. $28.94, and that's at $8, $5, 7, 3, and 3. So not great considering I paid $30 for everything, and I should be getting $8.50 or an $8.50 refund. And since I paid $30, so it's like $22.50, or sorry, $21.50. Overpaid for all of this, and only making like $28.94, and it's even less than that. It's only 26. So I'm making like $3 or $4 on the stuff sells. I'm not making money off of this. I mean, I am, but it's pennies and stuff like that goes out to transactions, fees, and fees for selling on the sites like Bricklink and soon to be Brickowl. So, yeah, not great. I like to avoid orders like this. Or I would have never bought this in the first place if I wasn't going to be able to sell that hood. I was planning on selling it for like $15 when I only paid $6, and I'm having to sell it for $3. So I am getting full refund on it though, so that's great. I mean, hopefully, as long as the seller agrees to that. I just sent the message a minute ago, so hopefully they get back to me. They were quick the first time, so we'll see how quick they get back. Well, this is the fun part of sorting bulk. Trans red hook, which went to the 2004, I think, Ogle. So that's pretty cool. It's interesting how I had no idea where that came from, but it was just in there, not attached to the minifigure part, and I was like, is that what I think it is? Which is actually pretty cool, because I think I have trans medium blue, I have dark gray, light gray, and I think maybe a flat silver or a pearl dark gray available for sale currently. And I will be getting a trans neon green pretty soon. I've got a couple of those from some sets I'm going to be parting out. And then that's really cool that I got trans red on top of that. So I'll have like the entire color, or I'll have every color that part was made in. So yeah, pretty neat. This is what the tub's looking at now. I've just kind of dumped a bit out. I'm just kind of sorting through it, and I keep dumping one more out. So hoping to be done in the next 2 or 3 days. More treasure. Just found this $7 black castle visor. That's a really nice find. I don't even, like, where is this stuff coming from? Like, I don't remember putting any lots in here that have, like, castle pieces or anything. But, I mean, this is a combination of, like, some of these lots I bought, like, 4 to 5 years ago. Some of them as recent as this year. And then it all gets mixed together. And I guess I've forgotten about some stuff because, like, I sift through every lot I get to, like, pull out the minifigure stuff. And I guess I can't believe this much stuff slips through. I mean, I'm grateful. That's awesome. It's just funny how much stuff I missed in the initial sort. By the way, this is what I have left, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this on my Alright. There we go. All done. So I'm gonna go... Oh boy, okay. I'm gonna go take the tub, and I'm going to fill it up with a bunch of... Get up. A lot of bags. Parts I already... all sorted out categories. I'll get those, and then you get the lid right here, and I'll take this to the basement. And yeah, that looks nice. It's Sunday the 31st. I'm at Meijer to see if they had any sets on deal, and for some reason they have like tags on like every single one of these sets, so obviously they're high theft item nowadays. Some of them don't, but more than usual. So yeah, it's nice getting to see these like new sets in person. I think these came out about a month ago now, but I haven't got to see them in person yet, so that's pretty cool. Wow, that's a smaller box than I thought, honestly. Okay, it's pretty thick, but wow. The pile is shrinking. So I just found another trans red hook. What in the world? Not one, but two, and they're not even connected to the torso, nor have I found any of the plain black torsos that these went with. So that's really unusual. I also found old gray, dark gray helmet. I found, this isn't the one, but I found another one of these blasters, but it's the older variant with a shorter barrel on the front, and those are worth like $3. This one's only worth like 30 or 40 cents, but the other ones were exclusive to the original Batman 1 theme, so it's kind of cool. And then I found a black cape. Yeah, I think here it is. It's one of the plastic capes. I don't know how much this one's worth. I think it's worth like $1 or $2. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, old brown cowboy hat. Such random stuff, you know, but it's pretty cool. All right, this is what the pile is left with. Just this little bit here, and this sort of tray I've been using. My legs are killing me, my knees in particular, since I've been crouched down on the floor. My back hurts, and I've been like this like every day for the last like 2 weeks, and then a couple weeks before that too. So I've been spending a lot of time on the floor. In hindsight, I probably should have put this set up on like a desk or something so I could have better posture, but it's a little too late for that now. So I guess I'm just gonna finish this up in the morning, and I will get all of this cleaned up. I'll get all these cups dumped into the proper tub. I might bag up a few more things, and then I'm gonna take all this out, vacuum, look for any loose pieces that have fallen out. Then I'm going to go down to the basement and bring up all of the bags of sorted bulk I have and kind of figure out what I have and what I want to start listing first. Because I wouldn't want to list like modified plates. I just did those in, I think it was like mid-July or so. So I don't want to do those. I'm probably going to do like one-buy plates. I haven't ever done those in my store. I've done like 3 sorts. I think this is like my 3rd like big sort. I did like one in like early to late 2022, and it was sometime in 2022. Okay, and then I did another sort at the end of 2024, and then I'm doing another sort now. So I've kind of accumulated bags from each time. I did Technic in like, was it June of last year? So that'll probably be a good one to do again. Slopes, I have not done those in a very long time. And I don't know. I guess nature is always a good one to get listed, especially since I have all these big rock pieces this time. This is all I have. I don't have any bags. I usually list nature like as soon as I finish this work because it's pretty easy. And a lot of bars and stuff, like hoses and pieces like that. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I found a lot of like old rubber band pieces and stuff in which I put in Technic, like rubber band. They're all in good shape too. These yellow ones, they're bunched up right now, but I think these are like anywhere between $2 to $5 a piece, and I found probably like 5 or 6 in here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then there have been a few other rubber bands I found that I like weren't sure if they were Lego or not because they were weird color or whatever. I just tossed them in there, and I'll determine if they're real or just like real Lego or just a normal rubber band later when I go to like list that stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. So I guess I'll see you then. The last piece. This has been some of the most tedious sorting I've ever had to do because it was like all studs and pieces and then like trash and stuff. That's the pile left on my floor, and then there was a lot in there along with some broken fake pieces. So that's nice to be all done. I'm gonna start dumping these into the tub that belongs in, and then I'm gonna start bagging some of this stuff up and getting my floor cleared up. Wow, this looks much better. So I vacuumed as you saw, and I brought up 4 tubs. I already had one up here, so these should be full. Okay, I actually haven't opened these up. I thought these all had bags, so I'm just gonna make sure. Okay. And cool. Okay, so these are all 5 tubs I had. Bags of sorted pieces. So in here we got modified plates, 2-by bricks, 1-by plates, 2-by plates. So yeah, lots of parts and stuff. I'm gonna dump these out and try to organize them. Like I might put like all 2-by bricks in one tub and stuff like that. And then these I'm probably just gonna leave in here. I'm not gonna bother bagging them up. I'm going to probably either find another tub for this or fill up a bag because it's overflowing. I don't want that to spill, and I want to be able to put the lid on it. And these are like large pieces that don't really fit in any other category. I suppose this would be a modified plate, but it's too big for that. So yeah, it's looking much nicer. Got a box up there. I got to clean up this and stuff. I have a bunch of loose bags and stuff I just shoved in that corner, so I need to clean that up. Overall, it's looking great though. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of tally up what I have and figure out what I'm gonna do first. I don't think I'm going to do anything today, like listing or anything like that. But I might do like a micro sort of a specific category, like I would probably start with a smaller one, so probably like niche or something like that. As I said earlier, that's one of my favorite, I think I said it yesterday, that's one of my favorite ones to get listed, because these sell really well, they're good value too, they have some value to them, and then lots of individual pieces like the flowers and stuff, and you got flames and boulders and trees and stuff. Good inventory to have, and I usually sell out of that stuff pretty quick, so I might do that first, or I might actually wait till the end. Actually, there's really no reason to do that. I'm just gonna try to get all this listed in the next couple months. I should have enough space in my closet, obviously not in the drawers here, but I'm gonna buy some more. I need one more here, and then 1, 2, I think I could put 2 here, 3, 4. So I could put 4 more rows, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 units, 7. So 28 plus 29, I need 29 more units, which is gonna be pretty pricey. So that's a work in progress. I just get a little bit of time and keep finishing it out. I got all the bags sorted out. So first up, we have 2x bricks. Not surprising. I kept everything in their respective tub. I only just sorted the bags out, and I did put this container over here that had some brackets because there were just a few, and the bag is mostly full, so I just put that next to it. Anyways, we have large plates, which I've got almost full tub of those right here. So a lot of those. We have round pieces, 3 bags of those, 2 bags of printed pieces and stickered pieces. We have Technic, 2 bags of those, which got a giant tub of Technic there. So 1x plates, only 2 bags, but also a really large tub, completely filled. Large bricks, got a lot more in there, and then studs. Oh boy, a couple thousand in here, and there's probably a couple fake ones that slipped through, but I tried to check every single one and pulled out quite a bit of fake studs that I found. Some of these are also like really damaged and cracked, so I'll have to pull those out. Anything that was like obviously damaged or whatever, I pulled out, but you know, some of them had marker and stuff I didn't see that I see now. So see if I can, oh, there's a fake one right there. So yeah, pretty cool. We got wedges. We have modified bricks, got a lot of those. Tires and wheels. Yeah, brackets. I think I showed all of this. Okay. We have, oh, I left this one. It's another bag of sticker pieces and printed. Okay. We have tiles. 1 full bag here and 1 full tub here. A lot more tiles. Small slopes. I thought I had another bag, but I guess it's just that one. And then lots and lots of regular size slopes. Like so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bags. Plus a full tub over there. So we've got a lot of slopes to go through. And then 1x bricks. Have one of the larger tubs down there, which is smaller than those tubs, which is why there's so many bags, and I haven't done them in a while. Here we got modified plates, 4 bags of those, 2 bags of containers and windows. I recently did these like at the end of July, so all of this is just from the sort of 5 tubs I did. And I have, okay, this one's pretty much full, so more of those windows and stuff. And I think that's everything. I think I showed everything. So yeah, that's a lot of bags. I don't know if I'm going to, probably gonna put them back in the tubs and take it back down to the basement. But you know, I'll put like all the slopes in one tub, and then I might put like just plates in another tub and stuff like that. That way it's a little more organized. Wow, this looks really good. So in this one, I have 2i bricks and printed pieces. This one is kind of all the random bags and stuff, 3 or less. Most of these are just like bags I had 1 of. And this one is modified plates. This is large plates, and I think 1x plates and 2x plates. This is all plates. This one is wedges and large slopes. The small slopes went over in here since I just had 1 bag, and I didn't have enough space in that one. And this one was 1x bricks and modified bricks. So I think I showed all of them. Yeah. So nice. Some of them obviously won't be able to hold the lids, or I won't be able to put the lid on it, but that's fine. I'm probably going to keep one up here in my room, and I'll just start working out of that one. I might start with the smaller categories first. I don't know, it might be better to work on larger ones. I do need to buy some more tubs to fit larger pieces in, because I really don't have any more. I have like 1 or 2 holding stuff elsewhere, and I usually pull them out, like have one here, but I don't think I have the lid for that, so that's a problem. I'll probably buy a 10-pack at Walmart or something, and I'm running out of space on top of that, but that's not an issue right now. I can always store them up here. So, and then here's all the minifigure parts. That's another category that needs to get done, but I don't really count that as like bulk pieces that need to be listed. It's just kind of a separate thing because I'll probably build some minifigures out of this. Not many, but like maybe some droids or something like that. We'll kind of see how that goes. I need to label more drawers. I've got from 1524 all the way to 1536. I need to label all of these, so I'm going to try to get that done today. Maybe the whole thing, but I'll probably just get it up to here. And then I'll probably get these large ones done too. So I've got to count from 1704, pretend there's an organizer here, and count all the way down until I get to those drawers. Same with down there. So yeah. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with these. And that. I think I'm going to probably have to leave them in my room. I don't really have another place for them. So I'm just going to kind of stack them over there. And yeah. My goodness, this is so many pieces. I don't even know how to estimate. Probably somewhere around 150,000. And not all of these will be listed because like there'll be damaged pieces that get pulled out. But it's got to be close to 150,000, maybe even 200,000. Like, look at that. There's just so many pieces, and then the studs and stuff in here. I mean, wow, just wow. I guess I'll never really know the full answer because this will take me so long to get through, even a couple months. From the time that I get the first stuff listed to the time I get the last stuff listed, there will be tons of parts that I've already sold. So I guess I can get a close estimate, but I'll never really know. So yeah, cool. I kept this tub with all the smaller pieces, and I moved the printed pieces into this one. I don't know if I showed that in the last clip. So I got all the tubs stacked, and the lid isn't really fully clipped on, or latched on this one, so I've got to be careful. I got printed pieces, Technic, modified plates. I did not fill the other one up in the back like I should have. I still could, but I think I made sure none of the pieces are going to fall off. I've just got to make sure I don't wake up in the middle of the night and like hit it for some reason, but it's far enough away, I should be fine. And then I actually decided I'm going to do this first to get the box out of the way. The large pieces, I've got a tub in the basement I can put most of the stuff in, and I think I have a couple like slightly empty tubs I'll be able to stick those parts in, so I'll figure that out. I'm probably going to start listing that stuff tomorrow, or maybe tonight I might start getting it added to a brick store file. And yeah, all the tubs just go to the basement. The lid did not go on this one fully, so it's wobbly. That's alright. And the lid is not even going to come close to fitting on that one, so it's all good though. I'll get those taken to the basement right now, and I'm probably about to end the vlog. I might show some more things I do tonight, like sorting this out, but other than that, it's just going to be kind of chill.